allegedly Judge Sonia Gandhi links and Adani bribery case. A motion doomed to fail for a no confidence motion against the Vice President to succeed because it requires a majority in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The numbers tell a clear story. The ruling National Democratic Alliance holds a comfortable majority in both houses. Namaskar friends, I welcome you all to the digital media of Uday India and myself Deepak Kumar Rath. Today in India Things I want to explain that the opposition's notice to move a no confidence motion against Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar in Rajya Sabha is emblematic of recurring trend in Indian politics where constitutional provisions are utilized for partisan maneuvering rather than genuine accountability. The Indie Bloc's move comes in the wake of continuous disruptions in the upper house over issues such as the allegedly Judge Sonia Gandhi links and Adani bribery case. However, a closer look at the situation reveals that this attempt is less about holding the Vice President accountable and more about political posturing of opposition, as it is unlikely to succeed given the opposition's lower majority in the both houses of parliament. The role of the Vice President in Indian democracy we will see, who also serves as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, is tasked with the critical responsibility of conducting proceedings in a fair and impartial manner. The position demands a delicate balance of authority and neutrality, ensuring the legislative process is not only efficient but also adheres to the principles of democracy. And accusations of partisanship, therefore, strike at the very heart of this constitutional office. In this instance, the Indie Bloc has accused Vice President Dhankar of conducting the House in a manner biased against the opposition. And such allegations, if true, warrant serious discussion and introspection. However, the mechanism chosen, a notice for no confidence motion, appears disproportionate, especially when weighed against procedural and numerical realities of Indian Parliament. A motion doomed to fail for a no confidence motion against the Vice President to succeed because it requires a majority in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The numbers tell a clear story. The ruling National Democratic Alliance holds a comfortable majority in both houses, making the passage of such motion highly improbable. The Indie Bloc's numerical disadvantage reduces this move to little more than a symbolic gesture. This raises a critical question: if the motion is destined to fail, why pursue it? The answer lies in the realm of optics and narrative building. By filing such a notice, the opposition seeks to project itself as a united front standing against what it perceives as institutional bias under the current government. However, this strategy risks being perceived as an act of political theatrics rather than a substantial challenge to Vice President's conduct and the mockery of constitutional provisions. If you'll see, if the framers of the Indian Constitution envisioned mechanisms like no confidence motion as tool for accountability, not as instruments of political one-upmanship. Misusing these provisions erodes their sanctity and undermines public trust in special democratic institutions. And repeated instances of such actions create a dangerous precedent where constitutional processes are trivialized for short-term political gains. In the current case, the Indie Bloc's notice can be viewed as another attempt to weaponize parliamentary mechanisms. This approach not only distracts from more pressing legislative business but also sets a poor example for future parliamentary conduct. It is imperative for all political parties, irrespective of their ideological leanings, to respect the gravity of constitutional provisions, and one must use them judiciously. The need for a mature opposition, if you see, a robust democracy thrives on a strong and constructive opposition. While Indie Bloc's attempt to hold the Vice President accountable may stem from legislative grievances, its chosen method reflects a lack of strategic foresight. To emerge as a credible alternative to the ruling coalition, the opposition must prioritize substantive engagement over symbolic gestures. India faces now numerous challenges: economic recovery, social harmony, and geopolitical pressures, and that demand the undivided attention of its lawmakers. Petty politicking and parliamentary disruption serve no one, least of all these citizens who have entrusted their representatives with the responsibility of governance. And in conclusion, you can say that the notice of a no confidence motion against Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar is at best a symbolic act of defiance by opposition and at worst a mockery of constitutional provisions. While the Indie Bloc may succeed in grabbing headlines, it is unlikely to achieve any tangible outcome. Instead, this move risks further eroding the sanctity of parliamentary mechanisms and deepening the already persuasive public disillusionment with political leadership. And time has come for all political stakeholders to rise above political considerations and uphold the principles of accountability, fairness, and democratic integrity. The opposition in particular must introspect and recalibrate its strategy, focusing on meaningful contributions to legislative disclosures rather than resorting to hollow gestures. Only then can Indian democracy fulfill its promise of serving the people effectively and justly. To know more such analysis on these issues, especially on intersections of Parliament, stay tuned with Uday India and subscribe to Uday India. Thank you.